In this week's vlog, we are going to be showing you some historic mining sites such as Goldsborough and Nelson's Creek because we have found a new activity to do. We visit the glaciers of Franz, Josef and Fox Glacier, and obviously we did a bit of mining in there as well. We popped by a couple of waterfalls on the way from Haas to Wanaka. We also visited Arrowtown, which is an old gold mining town. And then we celebrated Matt's birthday in an unexpected way. We're currently down a creek and we have been fossicking for gold for about a couple of hours. There is Mr. Foss here. This is currently where we have been hanging out. Nice little bit of forest there for you. We'll show you what is in Matt's latest pan.
End of my finger. 3 or 4 little puppies there.
Oh, I've got a pink something or other in here.
What do you mean?
I don't know what it is, but it's pink. It's bright pink.
What? Like a thingy? Beauty. Not the garnet, Sinead.
I am the Garnet Queen.
We're back. And guess what we're doing? More gold mining. Surprise! We've come to a place called Goldsborough, which is about half an hour away from where we were in Greymouth. It is quite a famous spot for fossicking. There's a lot more places that you can tell have been worked, as they say, in the gold mining fossicking industry. We're basically just trying to dig our way under a really big rock boulder. Found a few garnets and
Some small flakes, but nothing to shout about.
no, we're probably on what, like our fourth and fifth pan?
Yeah.
Someone bought a sluice yesterday so we can add more stuff into the van because obviously we've got so much space. God forbid if we don't find a nuggie or a big ass flake, then we're returning the sluice. This is currently where we are, in the middle of a river. A bit bigger and open space than yesterday, but it's lovely. Check that out. And once again, here is Mr. Foss giving us a demonstration on pan pipes.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but you look like you got all the stuff that looks like, you got the part.
You look the part, Sinead.
That's it!
That's what you're looking for.
So that's a good one.
I just went back to the van because I felt like I was about to eat my leg. I was so hungry. And now I'm walking back. I feel like a cockatoo again. Oh well. This is our hole today. We've moved all of these big boulders and that's a really deep hole. Anyway, we've given it a good go. I would say we've probably been at it for about 4.5, 5 hours. Got more garnets. Done anything else really.
Last clean up of the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million for fillet.
I like your counting.
I love gold. So now it's just so hard to separate from the black sand.
Hello, we are at Franz Josef Glacier. I don't know what glacier that is in the background. It probably isn't Franz Josef. And you may be wondering why you can't see my face. It is because of the sandflies. And they're horrible. And I've been bitten to death. I feel like they're eating me, but they're just nipping at Matt. And they are so itchy and just horrible. And the itch lasts ages, like maybe a week. It like wakes you up in the middle of the night, it's so itchy, you know what I mean? Anyway, obviously we are here today doing a bit more panning. There it is. There she is, little Glazzy. Woohoo! Unfortunately, we were planned to do the heli scenic tour today around Franz, Josef, Fox Glacier and Mount Cook, but I will show you what the weather looks like, and it's been cancelled. But it's okay because the company that we were supposed to fly with actually have other places around New Zealand, so we can do that again.
Hey.
So we are now going to make our way down to a place called Harst, which is like our stop off point between here and Wanaka. So we're gonna go there for one night and check in and chill out and whatevers. So yeah, Matt, do you want to say anything?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, let me show you what it looks like now. So up there, you would expect to see a glacier, but there's nothing because the clouds come down. And yeah, we wouldn't be able to see anything, so it'd be a waste of time. Anyway, all the fun and games, on to the next one. We saw a sign for Thunder Creek Falls. It's how high? 28 meters high. And you can kind of see it through the trees here, and it does look mega. So we're stuck in a little bit of traffic on the way to Wanaka because there are a couple of fluffy friends in the middle of the road. Let me show you a couple of fluffy bums. Can you see all those fluffy bums everywhere? Jesus, it goes on for miles. We've got to Wanaka and we've just had some lunch in the van. And now we are going to that Wanaka tree, the famous tree in Wanaka. There's everyone and his dog here looking at this tree, but it is quite cool. Here are the thousands of people looking at this tree and taking photos, as we are about to do the same. It's like a natural tourist trap, isn't it? A really fun fact about the tree there, ignore the people, is it used to be a fence post. And now it has blossomed into a tree. But there's also a concern for environmental impact for the amount of people that come and take pictures of one of the most photographed pictures in the world, which you can understand why, because look at that behind. Right nice. We've decided to hire a 4x4 today, just for the day, because we can't take the van off-road down the track that we want to get to a lovely glacial walk called Rob Roy's Glacier Track or something like that. What now?
Just you to go on a lovely glacial walk.
The brain isn't engaged this morning. We go over, did you say like 5 fords?
4 fords.
4 fords.
Which is a stream, basically, a ford, isn't it?
Yeah, and
it's their word for a stream, I guess, I think.
And basically by the end of the sealed road, there's then 30 kilometres of gravel, and we didn't want to put the van through that because she's an old gal.
And we're not insured to do that either.
That's true. And also on the All Trails app, which is where we find all of our walks, everyone's basically saying that you should only kind of go down it in a 4-wheel drive car or an SUV. We picked up this car, which was only like $175. No, it wasn't, that's a lie.
Less than that.
It's about $135, which is
70 quid.
Yeah.
Or your other options are getting a shuttle up there, wasn't there?
Yes, and that was more expensive.
And that worked out at $55 a head.
One way.
One way.
Yeah.
So you would have been paying $210 to get 2 people there and back. So you're better off just renting a Jeep for the day.
So we'll put in the description the link to the 4-wheel drive that we've got hired from the company if you want to ever use it. About an hour's drive to
the track, start the track,
and then it's 2 hours up and down ish on our average. We'll probably do it a bit quicker than that, but apparently the views are incredible. And so I've been told by a local, because the reason why we're doing this, because she said don't do Roy's Peak, do the local, do this one instead, is this one's just so much better and not as busy and blah blah blah. So yeah, let's see how the walk goes.
Fine, great.
This is like the Sound of Music Valley, but a New Zealand version, which I think could be so much better. Look at that! Woohoo! Some cows down there.
So we've just come around the corner and look at that. Just for visual, that's the track we're on. That's how vast that is.
Well, we're here, and it's probably the most mental view we've ever seen. We've just been having some water and
Back again. Sorry, talk about the bee. Carry on.
protein.
It's coming up. You're gonna be on your shoulder, right?
I've got a bee on my shoulder.
Oh, no, he's back again.
Oh, anyway.
Oh, no, he's gone.
Oh.
You just hit him with a GoPro.
Anyway, so let me just show you this view. It's on par with the volcano at the Alpine crossing, I think. Would you say?
Well, I'm looking at 9 to 10 waterfalls. So
Yeah.
in one view.
Let's have a look. Look at that. Ridiculous. Hopefully that cloud moves and then you can see more of that because the glacier carries on over there. And then you've got a waterfall. We're just there, minding our own business. Looking at the lovely glacier.
And guess what she did?
I didn't do
You
anything.
put your jumper on and it had a bee inside. Just after I told you that there was bees flying all around you and you wasn't fussed for some reason, probably because you had a Lion t-shirt on, they thought you were a big bee.
And
Anyway,
then
what happened, Sinead?
I
Tell 'em.
got stung. I got stung by a little bee, and I feel sorry more so for the bee than for where I got stung. And I got stung on my shoulder, and it tingles. And I was just telling Matt that I think the last time I got stung by a bee was when I was about 6. If you've ever known someone to get stung by a bee whilst watching a glacier, it's me. And now we're heading back. There it is behind us. We finished the walk and we both decided we needed a coffee and pie. And I also bought an eclair.
A donut. It's a donut. You know.
I'm going to call it a long donut in there.
It's not like that.
Oh, it's basically an eclair.
There's chocolate with cream in it.
Oh, it's plain eclair.
And it's sliced like that. Top and bottom.
Well, anyway,
That's just a donut, long one cut in half. With a Taj Bob in it.
we got chicken and mushroom pies from this place that has apparently award-winning pies. Matt's very much enjoying it, as you can see.
You're gonna fucking shit yourself.
Am I?
Mm-hmm. It's like a donut pie.
I think I ate so much starch. It's so thick and creamy. It's Matt's birthday and we're going for a swim in Wanaka after just eating some pie.
Probably should have done it the other way around. But...
Yeah.
Well, we said we're going to get in, but it's bloody cold.
It's not that bad.
It is.
Is it?
Yes.
Shit.
It's colder than you thought it was.
Is it?
Yes.
Shit. swim, we drove to Cardrona, which is about 30 minutes between Wanaka and Queenstown on the Crown Range. We had booked a 3-hour horse trek, and it started off lovely. We were on the horses, going through the streams, going up a really steep hill, and then all of a sudden, about half an hour in, it basically went to shit. As we were beginning to move into a trot on the horses, so that's just a little bit faster speed, a lone sheep decided to stand up in a field that it wasn't supposed to be in the long grass, and spooked all the horses, which resulted in Matt and I falling off the horse, and Matt was extremely badly winded, which made me feel hopeless because you can't really help someone who's winded, you just have to wait for them to hopefully catch their breath. We ended the horse trek, obviously, and because of the adrenaline, we drove straight to Queenstown, which is about another 30 to 50 minutes drive away. Which in a way is a blessing because Queenstown is the capital of extreme sports. It turns out that Matt had fractured a rib, he'd broken a toe, and he had mild concussion. I basically just broke my ass, but I wasn't really worried about my bum because his injuries seemed to be a lot worse and more important than mine. Anyway, the doctors at the hospital were amazing. They decided to keep him in there for 9 hours, just to keep him checked over and make sure everything was okay. And he went for all the CT scans and everything like that. And yeah, we probably won't be going on a horse anytime soon, if ever. And it wasn't really the intended way to celebrate Matt's birthday, but at least we sort of lived to tell the tale. But we're okay now, we're completely fine, so don't worry about it if you're just hearing about it now. Because of the accident, everything in Queenstown was ruled out. We had planned to do the luge and the gondola and walk around the town, and we didn't see anything. We kind of just wanted to get out of there, to be honest with you, because after being in the campsite and the accident and being in hospital, we just wanted to sort of have a clean slate of a new area. So we decided to just go to Arrowtown for a couple of days on the way through to our next stop, which we decided to just get straight to the coast, and we just did a couple of overnight stops in places called Omarama and Timaru.
And here are just a few snaps of Lake Pukaki and Lake Tikapoo as we were driving through. Lake Tikapoo is a famous lake with the lupins that you normally see, but apparently January and February is the best time to see them.